we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts.
In today's city life, it's hard to recapture the life of self-sustainability.
Today we're in Honolulu, Hawaii, visiting a family who's just done that.
So come with us as we explore the systems they put in place so they can do what they can where they are.
Hey guys, my name is Allison Namiki Roberts, and you might remember me when I gave up my trip to Disneyland to go to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. I'm a Homestead homie, and I won an essay contest that Doug and Stacy hosted. So I'm gonna bring you guys in, and I'm gonna show you my little homestead in the city. So now we're in my backyard, and this is my mom and dad.
Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Andrew. We're here in our backyard, which is about 1,000 square feet. Right now we're raising meat rabbits. Let's go take a look. So the rabbits that we're raising are Californian and New Zealand crosses. We're raising them for meat because they're fast growers, they're very easy to keep, they're very docile, and we keep them in small cages. The only reason he's over here is quarantine.
Oh, that's right, you just got him.
You guys, I got him yesterday.
So we have tortoises just because they're fun. And yeah, there's 1, 2, and then he likes to dig. So their names are BB, CC, and Dee.
That's great.
So we have one Khaki Campbell, and what happened was we went to this little petting zoo, and the petting zoo people loves my daughter and gave her 1 egg, fertilized egg. And we incubated it and it hatched. And that's how we got Coco, the duck.
So a couple of years ago we experimented with hydroponics. This year we're experimenting with aquaponics, which takes fish water, puts it into plants, and then those plants grow using the nutrients from the fish poop. So this is just sort of our test area. We're still trying to learn what we're doing, so it's not as productive as what you would expect. But it's one of those things that if you don't try it, you don't know how it works, and then you'll never go anywhere. So it's one of those things, small area, do what you can where you can.
So Mel, I want you to tell me a little bit about this crown flower plant, because it's amazing. There's been monarchs around it for a long time, and I'm just amazed by it.
Yeah, so this is our crown flower plant. We have 2. We have the white variety and the purple variety, and they're milkweed plants. And the monarch caterpillar eats the milkweed. So all you do is you break off a branch and you stick it in the ground. And I stuck this in the ground 1.5 years ago. And that one was maybe like 6 months later. So, and they just explode, and we use the flowers for lei. We can make lei.
Right.
But the best thing is that we get the the monarchs come.
Right, and then look, and then the caterpillars, which are amazing, and then they use this to eat. And I'm amazed because where we live in the Midwest, the milkweed maybe gets to be this high, and I can't even believe, I thought this was a tree. Well, she says, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I have so many that I supply the kindergartners at the school.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I love it.
So this is what we do mainly. This is our quails. Right now I have about 45 quails out here. We keep them mainly for meat and eggs. Hawaii has regulations on chickens, which means that I could only have 2. So I did some research looking for another food source and another food supply we can do in an urban environment, and quails is what we chose. There's no regulations. I can keep as many as I want. They give meat, they give eggs, they take a lot less space and a lot less food. The protein production on them is huge. They're very, very easy to keep in these stacked cages, very easy to semi-automate with automatic feeders, automatic water, and anyone can raise these. We get eggs every single day. We incubate our own eggs, so we hatch our eggs and we put new quail in here. And it's something that's fast to do. You can go from an egg like this to a full-size quail in about 3 months, and that quail will be laying its own eggs. So you can go through 4 generations of quail in 1 year, and they're great to eat. I mean, as you can see, these guys are just in here chilling, laying eggs and eating. That's what they do.
So right now I'm just collecting my quail eggs, and I wanted to tell you guys why we call our homestead a zarn. We call it a zarn because we have all of the zoo animals, like the dogs and the tortoises and stuff. But we also have farm animals, like quails and chickens and ducks. And that is why we call it a zarn.
This is my chicken. We raise chickens for meat and eggs. I built this chicken coop out of a dog kennel because we're in Hawaii and we don't need any insulation or walls. So basically she sleeps in here at night. Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so being in Hawaii, we have high solar production, so we have a lot of sunlight year-round. So we decided to put solar panels on our roof. We put on 20 370-watt panels to produce all of our electricity. Now, some places it wouldn't make sense, but with Hawaii, our electricity cost is the highest in the country. It costs about 27 to 28 cents a kilowatt for energy right now. So by putting those panels on, it means that we can be almost self-sufficient with our electricity needs. Our roof, we have 20 panels that are dedicated to producing electricity. We also have 3 which are on our AC unit. So we have a solar powered AC unit that generates nothing but energy for the AC. That cools our whole downstairs of our house.
So you said you had 25 panels and 3 were dedicated for your, is a split, what do they call them?
It's a solar AC unit, so it works similar to a split AC, except it gets all of its power from the solar panels.
Right, so there's a big thing on the internet, especially on YouTube, that you can't run air conditioning with solar power, but you've set up a system where you've dedicated 3 panels that charge this system up and it runs all day long.
So it's direct drive, so it only runs on the solar panels when the solar panels are getting light. Other than that, it would pull from the grid, or in our case, it pulls from our battery. But it works. I mean, if you run it late in the evening, it will pull a little bit of electricity, but we run it during the day, and then what happens is as the sun starts to set, we turn it off, but the house is already cool. By the time it runs out of cold air, it's nighttime, the house is cooled down naturally, and we're gonna head to bed.
There you go, it's awesome.
So we invested in a pair of Tesla batteries. With electricity being so high priced in Hawaii, it didn't make sense to send that energy back to the grid and get pennies on the dollar. So what we did was we bought a battery system. Our solar panels are connected to this. It stores all of our excess production during the day, and then at night we use the battery power from this. This allows us to run everything in our house. It will run our 220 appliances, our water heater, our dryer, it will run the washing machine. It allows us basically to run the whole house almost independently of the grid. We still have that grid connection, just in case we get a few days where it's really stormy and we really need it. but right now we're getting about 98% production just from our solar system and the batteries.
So I see you have some amazing fruit trees. Can you tell us a little bit about some of these guys here?
So we have our huge mango tree that gives us mango once a year and leaves for the rest of the year. We also have 2 papaya trees growing over there that the birds planted. And then we have I have kale and rosemary.
You have lots of herbs. I see parsley, and there's Swiss chard.
Yep, and lavender. My amazing sweet potato plant that I learned how to grow from Stacy. Thank you very much.
And then I know you feed your animals.
My tortoises,
with this,
yeah,
with that,
the leaves, yeah.
And then banana.
That's the neighbor's banana, but now that it's leaning over our property, we get to eat it.
That's perfect. Yes. And then I know you also have some tangerine.
Yeah, we have tangerine in the back. We used to have one in the front, but it died. But yeah, we have a tangerine trees in the back.
And then I also saw, I showed you have a lot of purslane, which is in the front here that she needs to put in a pot in her yard.
Yep, weeds.
Okay guys, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for taking the tour. You can check us out on Facebook and on YouTube at Aloha Quails. We do a lot of quail videos. We do a lot of videos about some of the stuff that we do here in Hawaii. You know, you found us in our little piece of paradise. Thanks for joining us.
This is a perfect example of doing what you can where you are. In today's busy city life, people are looking for ways, instead of moving away, to make it work right where they're at.
Yeah, right at a city. I mean, this was about 1,000 square feet of like dirt area that they did all this stuff, and I was so impressed with all the fruit trees and the animals, and I mean, I loved it. It was a fun little tour.
So we hopefully this encourages you to do what you can where you are. Just take a little bit of projects at a time. As a matter of fact, I've got my foot on the first bench that he ever built as a do-it-yourself project, and it turned out really nice.
And it's a good color, like my outside kitchen is the same color.
That's right. So as always, thanks for watching the video. Again, you can find them on Facebook and YouTube. We'll leave the links down below for you guys. If you have any quail questions, he really knows his stuff about the quail. You might want to ask him if you do have questions. Quail are becoming very popular on homesteads right now.
Yes, and we're going to be having some for breakfast tomorrow, I think.
That's what I heard.
Some quail eggs.
So as always, you can
check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Aloha!
See ya! Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.